On to stage 4, the penultimate day of this inaugural Saudi tour, another fairly short outing of 137 kilometres. 2 tricky climbs to cover in Qiddiya before a sweep towards the finish line in Al Muzamiyah. Well, after another aggressive start, 7 riders got into the day's breakaway, including neo-pro Angel Fuentes, wearing the polka dot jersey for the most active rider on this tour. His nearest challenger in that classification, fellow Spaniard Joel Nicolau, was also in there, along with Matty's Passions, Igor Boev, Jacob Tipper, Suleiman Kangangi and Nicolas Zukovsky. The Canadian only 50 seconds off the race leader Phil Bauhaus at the start of the day. The gap was around 5 minutes with 50 kilometres to go. Well, it turned out to be a good day for Nicolau, the Cayo Rural man proving stronger than Fuentes at the intermediate active sprints, and that means that he will be in polka dots for tomorrow's final stage. The peloton really upping the tempo, with UAE Team Emirates looking to cause a split. Rui Costa and co putting the pressure on Bahrein-McLaren and Bauhaus. The gap to the peloton coming right down to around 2.5 minutes. Tipper and Fuentes drifting back to the main group, leaving 5 riders up at the front. NTT leader Enrico Gasparotto meanwhile throwing in the towel after his nasty crash on stage 2. A puncture at the worst possible moment for Bauhaus, just before the second big climb in Qiddiya. Bahrein-McLaren forced to dig deep to try to bring him back. Mark Cavendish sacrificing himself on the climb. Rui Costa making the most of Bauhaus's woes to move around a minute clear of the German, and the former world champion had soon caught up with the leading group. So with 15 kilometres to go, Costa still had just over a minute in hand over the green jersey group containing Bauhaus and Nacer Bouhanni. But all that effort was starting to take its toll on the 9 men at the front as Bahrein-McLaren gradually closed the gap. Rui Costa making one last desperate attempt, going clear with Fabien Dubé, but he was finally reeled in with just 2.5 kilometres remaining. The stage set for a bunch sprint.
Nacer Bouhanni goes on the right hand side, Bouhanni goes with Bonifacio, Bouhanni going for the stage victory, who's going to get it on the line? Whoa, it's so close, Bouhanni takes it for Arkea, he gets his season off to a start, Nacer Bouhanni wins the stage.
So Bouhanni taking his first win since August 2018 when he triumphed on stage 6 of the Vuelta. The Frenchman had a miserable 2019 with Cofidis, but he looks a changed man since signing for Arkea-Samsic this season. Well, even on the final climb I was saying, come on, come on. And when I saw that Dan had led me out perfectly, I knew that I couldn't mess it up. It was a finish for pure sprinters. The first 3 days were quite tricky with uphill finishes, but this was a proper flat one, so I really wanted to win it. Well, double delight for Bouhanni, who also takes over the race lead from Bauhaus. He now has a 2-second lead over the German, heading into the 5th and final stage.